March 29, 33 AD. Jesus is leading his disciples from their home base in Galilee, south to Jerusalem, the center of Jewish culture. He's been to Jerusalem before, but this time, word of Jesus' impending arrival is sparking grave concern among the Jewish leaders, even panic. The reason? They fear any messianic figure who might lead the people into revolt. And this week, Passover week, is shaping up to be a perfect storm for revolution.
So they get together at the high and holy festivals. Passover certainly was one of the main ones. They're all together in Jerusalem. Jerusalem now is no longer a sleepy little village of 50,000 or so. It's about 250,000. And so with these mobs together, the messianic leaven can grow into outright revolution.
The revolution the Jewish leaders fear is an uprising against Rome. For nearly 100 years, Israel has been under the vast Roman Empire. For the most part, Rome has let the Jews keep their culture and practice their religion. But talk of insurrection against Rome never really goes away. Jewish leaders know full well that if their people try to make war against Rome, they'll be crushed. So an alliance is in place between Rome, which wants to pacify the people they've conquered, and Jewish leaders who want to keep their way of life intact. Jesus now threatens that delicate balance. For years, the people of Jerusalem had heard stories about a miracle worker. But because the reports came from the rural north, in Galilee, Jewish leaders in Jerusalem didn't see much threat to their power structure.
But you have to remember that the Jews in Jerusalem looked down their noses at their counterparts in Galilee. They would criticize the way they spoke the language. They criticized their synagogue-going habits, and most Judean jokes began, you hear what one Galilean said of the other.
But then, a Galilean named Jesus did a miracle that couldn't be ignored. On the outskirts of Jerusalem, he brought a dead man back to life. A man who'd been dead for days. A man named Lazarus.
The raising of Lazarus took place in the southeastern corner of Jerusalem, at the little village of Bethany. And this was witnessed not just by Jesus' friends, but by his opponents as well.
It wasn't long before news of Lazarus reaches the door of the top Jewish official, Caiaphas.
And they, of course, then pushed the panic button. They went to Caiaphas saying, what are we going to do? If this man continues doing these wonders, the nation will follow him in revolution against Rome. The Romans will come and destroy our city, burn our temple. And Caiaphas at that point says, you don't know what you're talking about. It's expedient that one man should die and the nation not perish. And from that day forward, they sought to arrest Jesus.